for Jeremy
All
and
right,
for H.
guys. We are here. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Sales Team Rescue, episode number 101. We crossed the century mark, and it is my pleasure to reintroduce a special guest. Now, you've been on the show before, so I want to let you introduce yourself, share your name, where you're from. I know last time I introduced you, but I want everybody to be up to date on what has been happening with you. So, my friend, the floor is yours.
All right, guys. So, hello to my fellow Romanians and my fellow, Canadians right now, and international people, business people, or anybody who wants to have success in business and life. My name is Horatiu Manea. A lot of people call me H because in a foreign language they don't know how to spell Horatiu. So simply H, like a letter H. In French is H. In English is H. So I'm helping mainly entrepreneurs to build a strong brand, to build a brand for their business, to enjoy success in their life and in their business. I'm a brand manager, and this is what I do. I create value for their business, perceived value, so they can make a better business, a strong brand to survive on the long haul. Because brand is about success on the long haul, and on a short term it helps you to build the plane, to get up the plane in the air, and then flying it to the next generations after you. So this is what I do. I love helping in life, and my mission, which I made my mission, is to bring as many as entrepreneurs as possible on this brand way to enjoy success in their business and lives.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thanks so much for being
Thank you.
here, and I'm excited because you've got before we go into the challenge. Um, I want to make sure we have the foundation set because we're doing something super cool. You're doing something super cool. I just happen to be a little part of it. Um, but you've got a brand challenge coming up that we're going to talk about in a minute. But first, you mentioned something that I think is really interesting. You kind of seeded the idea of legacy. You talked about your brand and have it go on for years and years. When working with companies and helping them build a brand, what part does legacy play in how you design it?
Legacy is like a strategy. So you have to think first on a long haul. You have to set a very high objective, which is not achieving something in this life, mainly achieving something after this life. And then when you build this objective, you come up, you reverse engineer everything you do, and you start wondering, what do I have to do right now to make a closer step to that objective? So this is the legacy. Legacy is something that is related to worth, a net worth, self worth, everything they're worth doing, or your efforts in this life toward that objective. You have to think what creates a highest impact in your market and in your life, so that you can monetize, you can scale, and then you can scale into another markets, and then leave something behind for the next generations. Because if you take a look into a statistics, I don't know the firm, or I don't remember the name, but they were making a statistics for the most longevous firms on earth, and 75% of them that are operating right now more than 300 years are Japanese. And
Wow.
the most, old one, the oldest one, is a Japanese a company that builds temples. It has over 1,400 years. That
Wow.
means legacy. I'm sure that the guy that started the company wanted to make something really solid. I think actually, if you build temples, you have to think like a temple.
Right.
You know the pyramids. They are 5,000 years old, and I think that guy from Japan, thought, if I'm building temples, I want to leave this art, this craft, to the next generations. So this is my main thing. Think on the long haul, and then come back to your life, lead a life, and then think for the next 10 generations.
I love it.
That's
I love it.
that's how you help people. Not helping you, but helping others and leave a legacy.
Mm. So I want to ask, when it comes, so for people that are watching that are sales reps right now, because we've got an audience, some are business owners, some are sales reps. What part do you feel that a brand or having a really clear brand plays when it comes to being a sales rep? Does it apply, or is it only if you are a CEO or a leader?
Well, if you're an established brand, if you are actually, there are two cases. If you're an established brand, your job is easier because brand does the sales. Almost brand does most of the sales. So you have to build a brand. But if you are starting the brand, you have to have a sales reps with brand mission in their mind. You have to sell like a brand. You don't have to sell a product. You have to sell a brand, a well-established brand. It's not the product that you are selling. You are selling an experience. Even if you have one day, your product is just launched. You have to think it like a brand. See, this is the
Mm.
difference. So the reps, if you are selling a brand in the long haul, you have to have the mission. But the mission is easier because you are selling an already established brand. But if you are an incipient brand, a brand just got birth, you have to remember the mission. You
Mhm.
have to remember the mission from the future brand. So you are an already established brand and you are selling it right now. Actually, this is a promo for the brand. Buy it now because later it will be how do you say, not cheap,
The,
expensive, more
yeah,
expensive.
the price will go up.
So
Yeah.
buy now because we are having in promo.
Awesome. Well, we're going to get into that in just a second. One thing that I just want to go back to that point, though. So it sounds like to me there's two components that would, from the brand side of things, that could apply from sales rep. So one, if you are a business owner and you've got a sales team, getting really clear on your brand and building one that outlasts you in your life just makes the sales easier, makes the job easier, which means you're going to generate more revenue and create a better impact. So that's one. And two is, and let me know what your thoughts are on this. If you're a sales rep, but you're like a sales rep for hire, someone that can be a closer, let's say, that's hired to work for multiple people, you can build your own brand. So you get known as the guy or the gal to reach out to when you want some serious closing done. Does that make sense from your end?
uh, Actually, yes, and this is a very good point. Brand is also for B2B, for businesses, but brand is also for personal brands. So you can achieve success through branding as a person. You can be the highest priest in the world. You can be the highest sales guy in the world. You can be the highest um, whatever you want, CEO in the world. All right,
Hmm.
or lawyer, or everything you want. You remember I just finished Suits on Netflix.
Right.
I think everybody heard about Harvey Specter.
Yep.
He's a brand, like a character. You can be a brand in whatever you are doing.
I love that
See?
example.
So you can build a brand for your company, but also the people that are working into your company, within your company, they can build brands for their own, for their person. They can be a personal brand, which is the case. You have to allow in your company for people to build their personal brand,
Hmm.
because if you have multiple personal brands, The sum will make your brand, your company brand, even stronger. This is the philosophy. You
Mm.
know, you don't have to beat everybody, you have to grow everybody.
I love that. And one piece that I'll mention is when we talk about sales, and this is something actually from Jordan Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street. He teaches this, but it's common across all sales trainers. Is certainty, and it's not just certainty in the product, but it's certainty in the company, which reflects the brand, and certainty in the salesperson that they're sincerely trying to do a good job, which does come across in your brand. Even if the person is just meeting you for the first time, there's components that you can do through a sales conversation time after time that reflects values of your brand. So that's kind of my thinking there.
I love Jordan Belfort. I saw the movie and I'm following the guy.
Mhm.
I saw, his fight with Grant Cardone,
Yeah.
and I love that guy. I love both the guys
Yeah.
actually.
Hmm.
I'm following right now both of them. For the last, I discovered Jordan Belfort and Grant Cardone in 2019. And actually, Jordan Belfort says you have to have three things in order for somebody to buy. They have to love the product, they have to love you, to like you, and they have to trust the company that stands behind the product.
Yep.
So this is very true, because if the product is good, but if but you are not likable, or your company is not trustable, they will not buy, even if the product is good.
Yeah.
So actually,
Absolutely.
this is branding.
Hmm.
You have to know your mission. You have to know your vision. You have to know how you want to help people if they are here, how do they get there? And the other part, how do you
Mm.
get where, you
Right.
know,
Well,
up and down.
and this is a
If
great
I'm in a
segue.
point,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
if I'm in point A and I want to climb on Everest, you know, I have to build something. I have to train myself. I have to make myself, certain that I can do that.
Right.
So actually, sales reps, they have to believe in you, in the company, and in the brand. If you don't believe in the brand, you will not have a sales rep. An awesome sales rep. It's just a regular sales guy who makes the sale, got the commission, and then goes home.
Calls it a day. Yep.
And he can leave you. He can leave your company. He can leave your no brand for a higher positioned company. So you have to build the brand also on the outside of the company, which is the public, the clients, media, or sometimes whatever the public, external public is.
Hmm.
But also you have to build a brand internally for your
Mm.
employees, because your employees are your inner clients.
Mm. Yep.
If you treat them like clients, you will have something to sell inside, and something you will have actually devoted clients inside, because it is easier to convert something that works for you into a loyal client than outside,
Mm.
because they know you. You talk everybody. You talk every day with them. You train them. You pay them the checks. You go into outside, outdoors. You do trainings. You are beside them. You show them personal development plans,
Yeah.
something like this, and they start to believe in you. They perceive you like like a father, like a mother, if you
Hmm.
want.
Yeah.
You are somebody that takes care of them. And this is trust, and this is something special. And if you have 30, 40, 50, 100 employees that are considering you, that you are taking care of them, you have an army,
Mm.
a brand army.
I love it. I love it. No, I think that that's so important because it's easy to think about the brand as it impacts people outside of the company, but you're right. And when I work with salespeople, it's all about having them drink the Kool-Aid. It doesn't even matter if this person knows the ins and outs of every product. If they have a passion about the company and they understand the product to a basic degree, they can make a sale just on pure belief, that certainty we talked about. And the brand clearly plays such a big part, not just externally, but internally as well. So, yeah, that makes total sense. So,
Actually,
go. Yeah.
actually the brand lives in people's minds. Without the mind, without the recognition, without the memory, a brand cannot live. So actually, the only link that a brand has to establish with the people, it has to make the people remember that brand in a certain way, and that way segues or comes with the package, and that package is emotions, places, memories, positive memories. If you manage to do this with whatever follows your brand internally or externally, you have a strong brand. Because you could start with the product, but if you are a likable personality, you can develop more products, and people, if they love you, they will buy whatever product you put on the table.
Yeah. So, let me use this as the perfect segue to where we're going. You've got the Brandify Brand Challenge coming up this week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Where am I here? Is that right?
Yes, tomorrow after tomorrow, and Saturday,
So
day
July
after tomorrow.
22nd, 23rd, and 24th. So tell
Yes,
our
sir.
amazing audience what it's all about and how they can be a part of it.
Well, this challenge is, I started from nothing. It was, just a thought, um, just a thought. Let's make a challenge. Every time or every year, you have to start with something different, or in the mid-year, you have to start with something different. And I was wondering myself what I can do different to help people, to help even more people. So I thought of a challenge, a brand challenge. In 3 days, I show people how they can build a brand, how can build a brand, create impact, and monetize this impact. So we are having 3 days. We are showing exactly how to make the step from business to brand. Because in Romania, we don't have two crucial things. One is how to build a business, how to conduct a business. There are almost 500,000 Romanian businesses with Romanian owners, and mostly they don't have this knowledge. So then they don't know how to conduct the business, they don't know how to grow the business, and this creates an opportunity for me.
Right.
And then even more challenging is how to build a brand for this business. So because everybody wants to be a brand, not
Right.
everybody wants to be a cat, everybody wants to be a brand.
Right.
But how do you build this? So I cracked the code. For the last 16 years, I discovered this passion, which is brand management, and I developed it. I segued into something, from doing the regular stuff. I studied from design. Actually, I studied from reading the newspaper and make the corrections. And then I followed my dream, my passion, and I discovered brand management. And then I helped companies to build their brand. So this creates two enormous opportunities for us, for me as a consultant, in brand management consultant, how to build a strong business out of your message. And this creates another opportunity, the second opportunity, how to build a strong brand for your business. Because the main difference between a brand and a business is this: a business sells a product, a brand sells a message. And people
Mm.
are buying a message and are buying your product after they believe your message.
So say that
See?
again. I want you to repeat that to make sure everybody got that.
So the main difference between a product, a business, and a brand is that a business sells a product and the brand sells a message.
Mm. I think that's huge. It's kind of like Simon Sinek and his golden circle, right? People buy your why before, and the other parts are just what came from it.
So this is exactly what Simon Sinek says. Um, Most companies are telling you what they do or how they do it, but people are buying why they do it. Why do you believe in your product, in your company, in your brand? Why do you do what you do? When you have this clear, why do you do what you do? People are starting to believe and are buying your message. And then when they are buying your message, they will buy your products. So this is the main difference between the business and the brand, because a business always wants to put their sales reps in front and sell products,
Mhm.
but a brand will always put marketing guys sell a message,
Mhm.
and then the sales rep to convert the message into money.
Right. Awesome. Awesome. So I want to make sure that we don't run out of time here, but tell our audience how they can be a part of it. So this starts tomorrow.
Yes,
So
at 5 p.m.
5
5
p.m.
p.m. tomorrow, 5 p.m. Romania time. And you are also invited. So let's tell people you're also invited. We made a deal, and I invited you because we know each other from last year in October,
Mm-hmm.
and you're an awesome guy in sales, and you have an awesome experience. And I invited you into this Brandify Brand Challenge. Brandify comes from the system that I developed. I called it Brandify. I invited you. You said yes. Can you tell us, our audience, what are you going to teach in one of these 3 days? What are you going to teach them?
Oh man, I'm excited. So first, before I say what I'm going to teach, if anybody is so excited that they just want to join, I'm going to put the link in the comments right now. Let me make sure this works. Okay, links in the comments. Now, I want to say this. When you go to the page is in Romanian. Don't let that discourage you. I will be delivering in English. We will have Romanian translators, but most of the content's in English. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Okay,
most
so
of the content. No, the challenge is in Romanian.
challenges in
The
Romanian.
challenge. The challenge is in Romanian. We have already over 150 entrepreneurs that are Romanians.
Hmm.
So the challenge will be in Romanian, but if I don't know if it would be in a Facebook group.
Hmm.
But you are providing us. Everybody can, you can enroll, and then we will figure it out how to translate this Romanian thing into English, because
Beautiful.
I think we'll find a solution. If we have English speakers, native, or some foreign guys, we will sort out a solution.
Awesome.
All right.
Perfect. So, and
So
before I talk about me again, how much does it cost to join? Zero
$0.
dollars. So it's free, guys. So here's the deal.
$0, €0, zero yens, zero lays, zero levas, zero anything. So I'm providing I'm providing Romanian entrepreneurs or international entrepreneurs that are joining the Brandify Brand Challenge with a huge value for this brand challenge,
Mhm.
with zero costs. There is nothing hidden. I will teach you. I will do my best to make you, after these 3 days, um, closer to the brand, and having the recipe for the brand in 3 days. So this is my promise. Just bring your paper, bring your pencil, and bring your mind, an open mind, and be there. So it's free. Basically, it's free. It's nothing, no charge, no nothing. Just
Beautiful.
come, learn, apply, and win.
I
So
love it.
Jeremy, please tell Jeremy, please tell our audience, because I made a deal, and I know people love this and need this in their companies, in their brand building. What are you going to teach them?
So first of all, let me say thank you for inviting me. I'm super excited to be part of it. And what I'm going to be speaking on is how to nail down that sales process, how to get your sales process set up in a way that not only that it aligns with your brand, because obviously this is about brand challenge, and the overall goal is to really move that needle for you and your brand. But also, how do you make sales easy? It's great to get a message out there. It's great to get clear on all the pieces that are your brand, but then what? And so my part is almost complementary to the rest of the event, where we take all those things that you've learned and show you how to create that into a sales process that you can walk away with and implement right away.
All right, this is awesome. This is super.
Yeah,
I'm sure, I'm certain, I'm 100% certain that will be awesome.
me too. But modesty is not my strength. but I know the brand challenge is going to be awesome, and I think that, guys, if you are watching this right now, if you are English speaking and you see the page that's in Romanian, go sign up anyway. My video, it'll be translated, but you'll get access. We'll figure it out, because I just want to have as many people as possible join to get a feel for your content, and we'll figure it out. But come,
Yeah,
and
all right.
if you're a brand, whether you're an individual brand or a corporate brand, company brand, and you want to move the needle on getting clear on what your brand is, and making it progress into something, move those few steps. Okay. And I know H is amazing, but he's not going to get you from 0 to 1,000 in a 3-day event. But he can definitely show you the treadmill that's going to get you getting training and getting up speed to get you to the point where you can. So this will help you move the needle and get those first steps in place to create a brand that becomes your legacy.
All right, that's right.
Awesome. Now tell us, now, because I cannot effectively read in other languages other than English, tell us the link. I did post it in the comments, but tell us the link that they should go to sign up.
In Romanian is de la afacere la brand.ro. In English, translation is from business to brand.ro, but it's in English, de la afacere la brand.ro. This is the link in the comments. But if you go to the page, the landing page, yeah, actually it's an opt-in page. You can use Google to automatically translate the page, and you'll see the message. And it's a simple form. It's a name and an email to opt in, and then you'll receive some emails with joining the Facebook group and also the Telegram group and everything we are doing. So we are keeping you in loop with every day with the links. We are transmitting over a Facebook group through Zoom, so you are not nobody's left behind.
And I'm opting in as we speak.
All right.
There we go.
So
Bam. I'm in.
all right.
Even I want to hear me speak. No, I'm there for everybody else, because I want to. I think that the point about legacy and outlasting your life, that's something for me. And I don't know whether this is something that's most common in males, but I don't think it's limited to males. But I think that we have a tendency to want to create this legacy that outlasts us. I know, like, I don't necessarily want a statue made of me, but having my name on something that someday my great grandkids can say, hey, that was my great grandfather. That's what matters to me. And that starts with a brand that can outlast you. So that's what moves the needle for me. That's the emotional side of it for me, the why for me. And I think that's the opportunity that we have. If there's any chance that you want your brand to outlast you, whether it's to stay within a family or whether it's to sell and create great wealth for your family, whatever it is, right? Whatever that exit plan is for you, this is the first step. So guys, be sure to go to the link in the comments. If you're listening on the podcast, if it's past the date and you're listening on the podcast, we'll make sure that same link is there, and we'll go somewhere so you can register to get additional support around building your brand as well, because this is just such vital content. So H, thanks so much for being here. I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to the event. And for those of you that are watching live, those of you that are listening on the podcast, if you want to catch the replay, recordings of this episode or any other episode, go to salesteamrescue.com. If you want to book your sales team readiness assessment call with yours truly, that link is also at salesteamrescue.com. And we will see you right here next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern on Headspace TV. H, is there anything you want to leave the audience with?
Actually, with two things,
Yeah,
if I may, if I may.
absolutely. Yeah.
One thing is the legacy, your name. Yeah, in branding, your name is the most important thing. But in a long haul, you shouldn't aim for the name. You shouldn't. You should aim for the category. How to build a brand. Uh, Not even Brandify, but leave a legacy. How to do things, because there are only two questions that people basically ask: What is this, and how do I do it? So my name is not important, but my message, how to build a brand, is very important. Or everybody, whatever you do, if it is important and you can leave a legacy, it's not important the name. The more important is the category. How to do this? What is it, and how to do it? And then the second thing is, you know, I my journey in life was like this: a valley of death, and then a raise. And I want to tell people that once I was up and then I was down, I went bankrupt with suicidal thoughts. Nothing worked. Everybody around me had some people committed suicide. It was very hard. I had a lot of money in debt to the banks. They were after me and after my company. I went bankrupt. I left the country. I did whatever it took to get me on a line, to live, basically. I sold everything I could do. I ran from the police. I made team with Pakistani. I sold a lot of things in Paris or in another country. And then when I discovered this Brandify thing, I thought what I did for the companies I worked with, I started a system that I called Brandify, and I followed it. So this is what I call Brandify, and it took me, like I told you last time, it got me out of the hole, and this is what I teach everybody who listens: how to get from whatever you are to the next level, which is a legacy. If you want to do that, if you are willing to do the job, if you are enough disciplined, and if you have a clear mind to what you are going after, you can achieve your success in business and in life. This is what I call Romanian dream. Opposed to the American dream, this is Romanian dream, and I tell everybody, you don't have to leave your country to pursue your dream. Stay here for the next decade, and I can guarantee you that you will be a brand, and you will have success in your business and in your life through branding.
I love it. I love it. So,
Thank you. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you,
yeah,
Jeremy, for inviting me, and I'm looking forward to meeting you to these 3 days. And I'm happy for Romanian entrepreneurs, for the fellow Romanians and fellow international guys who want to join this challenge, this brand challenge, and see you on virtual stage.
awesome. I love it. H, thanks so much for being here. I appreciate it. I know the audience appreciates it. Guys, if you want to learn the Brandify process, if you want to get a sneak peek into what will really move the needle, and if you want to see the process that was developed as H was digging himself out of that, the self-proclaimed hole that he was in, and completely turn things around for him, jump on, sign up. Link is in the chat and or the show notes. Just do it. Check it out. You literally have nothing to lose. It is zero cost. Invest a little bit of your time and learn from some of the most impactful entrepreneurs that you can get access to. And by the end of it, if at a minimum, I'm going to make promises now for you uh, on your behalf, but at a minimum, I will say this: if you attend, if you take notes, um, at a minimum, you are going to move yourself closer to having that brand vision that has the opportunity to outlive you. So with
Yeah.
Okay, so with that, guys, go to the link in the comments, and for again this replay, go to salesteamrescue.com. We will see you. I'm speaking on Friday, but you want to catch the whole event, so be sure to sign up and be there tomorrow. And we'll see you next week on Sales Team Rescue. Cheers, guys.
All right. Bye, Jeremy.
Bye.
Thank you.